Thank you, Audrey. Now, over the past couple of days, me and some fellow classmates have been collecting statements from other students at our school who are concerned about gun violence, and our fellow high school student, Nat Pollard, is here to read them for you. Please welcome them to the stage.
Hi, I'm Nat, and I wasn't really sure what to say, so I thought it would be more useful that I lend my voice to others. So I have 3 pieces from Moscow high school students to read. This first piece I have is about how one student feels about the recent events. They say, "I'm tired of fearing for my life, the lives of my friends, and the lives of my siblings. I'm tired of being afraid in a place where I should be focusing on my education. I'm tired of the government ignoring the cries of my fellow students across the nation. Blood has been spilled and will continue to flow until we do something. The inactivity of government is childish and ridiculous. Something needs to be done. Change needs to happen. Never again should we live in fear." This next student's piece focuses more on what they'd like to have happen. Gun violence at school is a real thing. You all know that. During the past several years, I've thought more about it. There are many layers to what leads to gun violence: mental health, the treatment of others, and access to weapons. We need to take one step at a time. We need to take one step at a time towards a safer country. If that means more gun control, more funding to schools to aid mentally ill students, or being a little kinder towards others, we can make a difference. If our actions to protect mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, friends, and strangers saves just one person, we're taking a step in the right direction. There is no justification for valuing a material item over the life of my brother or the stranger I passed in the hall the other day. There is no justification for the constant fear I have when I walk into the school. I am a real person with hopes and dreams like every other person lost to school shootings. There needs to be change. More funding, more control, more kindness. These changes will save lives. Now, the final piece I'm going to tell you is from a small anecdote from a student after hearing news of what happened at the Great Mills High School. She said, "I'm currently listening to a news anchor discuss the most recent school shooting that happened in Maryland today on March 20th, 2018. I feel a slow wave of disgust roll over me, and I can only think, how could this happen again? Why is this happening? The more I think, the angrier I become. Why do I, a 16-year-old girl, have to do the work of leaders of this country? Why do my fellow high school peers have to march and walk out of school to do something that someone will finally hear our voices? Why won't our leaders help us? We do not march merely for gun control. This is about so much more than that. We march to remember the lives that have been lost. We march to make our voices be heard. We march to force much needed change on this nation."
And those are only a few of the thoughts from Moscow high school students. I'm sure if you ask any student here today, they have feelings and thoughts on how they've reacted personally and on ways to fix this. But now our next speaker is going to speak a little bit about the views and